Hi everyone, I'm MaryAnn. I'm a visual artist and voice coach from Singapore, currently in Singapore, and welcome to day 88 of my 100 Day Live Your Dreams vlog series. So if you're someone who has a dream and you want to make it come true and you're not quite sure how to get started to make it happen, or you've already started taking action but you're feeling confused, you're wondering if this is the right thing for you, if this is the right journey for you, the right path for you, well, I'm here to share with you that you're not alone in this, that I have been on this journey for many years now, and I'm here to share whatever I've learned in the hopes that it can help you frame whatever you're going through, so you know that whatever you're going through is perfectly normal, a perfectly normal part of the process, and to keep going until you actually make that dream come true. So if you have any questions about pursuing your passion, about fulfilling your dreams, about going after a worthy and meaningful purpose for yourself, feel free to ask them in the comments, or you can directly message me through any one of my social media links, which are in the write-ups attached to these videos. So the past couple of days, I shared more about how we create experiences in our lives based on our past experiences, positive and negative. And so the way we view the world is not really exactly what is going on around us and objectively what is going on around us, but rather we are projecting things that happened in our past based on stuff that we want to avoid or experiences that we never had and we really want, and or experiences that we once had and we're trying to recreate. And essentially, one of the ways that we can start to become more in tune with the present moment is to start getting more self-awareness in ourselves and to start looking more into ourselves and getting more in touch with yourself. Cultivating self-awareness is really important when it comes to fulfilling something that really matters to you, because you want to know exactly, first of all, that the calling that you have is really coming from an authentic place inside you, rather than the expectations or the ideas that we have grown up with from society, from our primary caregivers, usually our parents, from the environment and the culture that we grew up in. So to find something more authentic within yourself, you have to take time to get to know yourself better. You have to take time to connect with yourself and disconnect from all the distractions, in particular technology related distractions, because that is a huge reason why so many of us are so disconnected today. It's because we are so distracted by these things that we are no longer in touch with ourselves, and when we are not in touch with ourselves, it then becomes harder to really connect with other people who also happen to not be in touch with themselves, and this is why there's so much disconnect in the world. So when it comes to connecting with yourself again, one of the dangers that you want to watch out for is that when you start to get to know yourself better, it is not saying that, oh, I'm discovering more about self and okay, this is who I am, and then it just stops there. There's a danger in us, and I think this is also linking back to our aversion towards change, that the moment we discover who we are, or the moment we have tested certain things out in life and we find something that works for us, we have a tendency to want to stick to that. And we have a tendency to not want to change that, or not want to evolve that, and not want to shake things up, because we like to get comfortable with things being always the same and knowing what to expect. And that basically is the definition of our comfort zone. Knowing what to expect, and ultimately, that shapes also the way you see the world. And what happens then is your life becomes very fixated, and you as a person also becomes very fixated. And this isn't helpful when you want to pursue your dreams, when you want to go on the exciting adventure of making your dreams come true and pursuing what really matters to you. Because that journey requires you to evolve. That journey requires you to step outside of that comfort zone, and requires you to be able to challenge these things that we think about ourselves, which we think are true about ourselves. A lot of times they aren't necessarily the truth about ourselves, and sometimes also we have to evolve ourselves in order to be able to make those dreams come true. Evolution of ourselves could mean getting more skill sets. It could mean increasing our capabilities. It could mean improving our ability to organize things, or improving the efficiency of the way we think things through and how we process things intellectually. There's so many different ways for us to evolve ourselves, that the moment we say, oh, this is who I am and this is how I've always been and this is me, accept it, take it or leave it, There's danger in that because we become fixated in the way we perceive ourselves and thus in the way we perceive the world. When we look at our physical body, for example, it's already very apparent that change is a very normal part of our lives because every single cell in your body renews itself every 7 years. Literally every 7 years, physically, you are a brand new person. If your physical body is constantly changing, how then can you expect that your intellectual and your emotional bodies are not going to change either? How can you expect then that your personality isn't going to change or that your character isn't going to change over time? Well, most of these changes are not going to be overnight. Most of these changes are going to take time, and a lot of it is because you're slowly pushing that boundary of your comfort zone, and over time you evolve as a result and you start changing some of these patterns in your life. And it is a very normal part of the process. It is very normal to change. It's very normal to evolve. But we are the ones that stop ourselves because we think that we are supposed to reach a certain level in life and stay there. But that's not at all how it works. And in fact, having that mentality that you're supposed to reach a level and then stay there, or insisting that this is who you are and you can't change, that's how people grow old before they actually get old. Because they become fixated in a certain way of living, in a certain way of thinking, and in a certain way of viewing the world, that they no longer are able to see new possibilities, and they are no longer able to accept that they themselves as a person can continue to evolve and can continue to change. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel on YouTube or like my Facebook page wherever you're seeing this on. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments, or you can directly message me through any one of my social media links, which are in the write-ups attached to these videos. And I'll see you tomorrow.